Hey everyone, and welcome to the... Fuck.
Ah!
I almost called it the New Vision Podcast. Let's try that again. Hey everyone, and welcome to the Let Me Tell You Something Podcast. We're your hosts, Christian.
And Michael Jordan. What's up, everybody?
Michael Jordan, yes, that's right. We have Michael Jordan.
I just got back from the tour. That's right. Let me tell you something. No, Jordan. What's up?
Yeah, so I got a few things that I want to go over. Many that I originally had planned for last week, but you hit me with the last second. Oh, it's Thanksgiving. We got to do our Thanksgiving. So I'm like,
sure
shit,
did.
Fucking,
Slacking.
So,
slacking over there.
But now, I am fully prepared, and you, not so much.
No.
You don't really have many things that you want to talk about, but I do, so it's okay. And I think and hope you'll have things to say on them. So, first things first, though. Bro, tell me, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. It was good. Went over, me and my mom, we went over to my brother's house, and we just had Thanksgiving there with the sister-in-law and the cute little niece that I have. She's adorable. Yeah, we just hung out, ate some good food. We had and actually my brother, he makes everything not everything, but he makes most of everything that he makes from scratch. So, we had we had turkey, but this turkey had like 3 different seasonings on it. It was really, really good.
Right.
We had turkey, we had mashed potatoes, we had macaroni and cheese, we had Brussels sprouts.
Your favorite?
I'm not a big fan of Brussels sprouts, but I had a few of his that he made, and it was it had the consistency of when you're biting on popcorn. It's real crunchy, not crunchy, but it's real.
Right, it's crispy.
Yeah, crispy. There we go.
You were telling me about this homemade bread or something.
Oh, brother!
Tell me about that.
Oh my! So this bread he makes completely from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
First look at it, it does not look like bread.
What does it look like?
It looks honestly like a dessert.
Okay.
But he makes this bread completely from scratch. It is the most fluffiest, lightest, the most. It has the consistency, feeling wise, of a marshmallow.
Mm-hmm.
How it's super squishy and whatnot. It is, and he puts a little bit of garlic pieces on it, or like garlic leaves on it or whatever.
Sure.
Cloves. There you go. It's so. Honestly, if there were no repercussions to my health or to anything on my body, like me getting fat or anything,
right.
I would that his bread and whatever drink of choice I would eat. I would have that for the rest of my life. It's so good.
Interesting.
It's so good. So yeah, we had turkey, we had mac and cheese, turkey, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, Brussels sprouts, and I call it heavenly bread. We had heavenly bread.
That's the bread.
Yeah. And then I like green beans, but for some reason I do not like green bean casserole. But my mom, on the other hand, she devours, guys. So it's funny, we're all going to the table, and she spots the green bean casserole sitting in the area on the table where I'm supposed to sit.
Right,
and she's she points to me and she's like, "Don't you dare eat that green bean casserole."
Oh.
I'm like, "Hey, listen, Mom, it's all yours."
Yeah.
It's all my brother ate a little bit, sister-in-law ate a little bit, of the green bean casserole. I didn't.
Wow.
But my mom, that was her that was her main course on her plate. She loves green bean casserole, just green beans in general. Yeah, we had all those. And then we had, what else did we have? Oh yeah, we had gravy. Obviously, you can't go, without gravy on Thanksgiving. That's like a staple piece, or at least I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then for dessert, we had apple dough bread. I think that's what my brother called it, where it's literally just like it's like apple flavored cooked dough.
Okay.
And it's kind of in like the size of like those round pizzas you got in elementary school or middle school or whatever at lunch.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And so it was like an apple flavored dough, rounded like this. And it had
Wait. Are we talking like the little pizza biscuits, or are we talking like the Bosco's pizza?
I think the Bosco's.
So the big pizza boxes we got in like high school.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Except they were like the size of your fist. They weren't big.
Okay.
But yeah, so it was like apple flavored cooked dough with obviously slices of apple cooked. Like you put in the microwave. Not microwave. You put in the oven.
Sure.
And then like a thick apple sauce kind of thing he drizzled on it.
Okay.
with like apple cinnamon, stuff. It was just like an apple dessert.
Right.
It was pretty good. And yeah, that was it. That wasn't it. That was it for the food.
Right.
And then we went out back to my brother's backyard. And I just played with my niece, and we're all sitting around the fire that he built, and we're just talking, having a good time. And then after that, we all departed ways, and then I called up one of my mentors, and I was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he's like, "We're just hanging out, with everybody else. What are you doing?" I'm like, "Well, I'm about to go back to my apartment." He's like, "Well, why don't you come on over? The day isn't done yet." I'm like, "All right, bet." And so I drive like 25 minutes over there, hang out with him, and the rest of our friends or whatever. And we watched. I've never seen this movie before. Up until that point,
right.
We watched Crazy Rich Asians.
I have yet to see that movie, but I've heard very good things.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. We watched that, played a couple card games.
Okay.
Yeah, that one just hung out and talked, and that was pretty much it. And that was my
sure.
That was my Thanksgiving festivities. What about yours?
Yeah, so for me, basically, so I went over to my dad's. But he and his wife are in the process of moving.
Right.
So they didn't have anything like out to make dinner for anyone or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So we went to a buffet that actually is pretty notorious for being low quality. Called Golden Corral.
Golden Corral.
I'm sure they have them in like other states and stuff.
Right, yeah.
So for people that aren't aware, Golden Corral is, it's kind of low quality, mid quality, I guess you could say.
Buffet, yeah.
It's not like terrible. Like some people go, "Oh my god, I'll never eat there." I actually heard their breakfast buffet is really good.
Yeah.
I was talking to one of my friends from work who she was like swearing by it. I was like, "All right, I'll give it a try." So you have to you have to try like this waffle thing and like I'll give it a try someday. But anyway, yeah. So we went there. It was packed. I actually had mentioned after when we got there, I was like, did you make reservations? Because
right.
I don't know if you can make reservations there, but there was a line. We were lucky to find a parking spot, but there was a line that was out pretty far from like the door.
Right.
And we get inside and everything, and so it's a buffet, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can get whatever you want whenever you want.
Right.
And yet, people were acting like lemmings and just
acting like what?
Lemmings.
Lemmings?
Yeah. So basically, lemmings are these animals that like just blindly follow the others of their own species. So basically, it means people who are like blindly following others.
Right.
And what they were doing was like there was this huge line for the turkey.
Ooh.
And the person 2 people in front of me was...
Were they acting a fool?
Yes. They were holding up the line, because there's this guy that's carving the turkey for everyone.
Right.
And she's like, well, I don't want that. I don't want that.
Oh,
I was like, oh my god, what do you even want turkey? Like, what do you... I'm like, I don't want turkey.
Go to a different Golden Corral then, woman.
Because, like, I mean, I don't want turkey, but I'm in the line.
Right.
Because you're all here, you know? So...
Man, the ham is not getting any love.
The ham will get love. We'll get there. So at first I got, I don't know, I got more, like, carbs than anything on the first run, because I couldn't find much meat. One thing, I thought they were, like, these, like, chicken balls or something. Which, when I say that, I mean balls of chicken. Like balls of chicken meat.
Right.
And, like, they were breaded. They were hush puppies.
Oh, I love hush puppies.
Not a huge
brother.
I'm not a fan of hush puppies.
Apparently, you didn't have a good hush puppy the first time.
I mean, these were good hush puppies. I don't know. My mom made hush puppies growing up.
But to have a good, authentic hush puppy, you gotta go to, like, Catches. Or you got to go to a seafood-based restaurant to have an actual good hush puppy.
What about Long John Silver's?
No. I will say that again. No.
Yeah, I don't like Long John Silver's.
No, there's this place out in, I believe, Hudson Beach. I think it's called Catches.
Okay.
Dude, they have just...
Yeah, I love Catches. It's great.
And they're fresh, too. They're fresh hush puppies. So you probably had a real low-quality made hush puppy.
Oh, I didn't make hush puppies. I didn't have hush puppies at Catches. I got this, like, crab or something they had, which was fucking fire. But that's beside the point. What was I getting at? Oh, anyway, so like I got this like rice. I wanted to get. It's funny because you mentioned green beans and green bean casserole. So I got cornbread. That was pretty good.
Cornbread's good.
I do not care for green beans. They're just kind of like turkey. It's very bland. It's very But I love green bean casserole. They did not have green bean casserole, and I was
disappointed.
Yeah. That I didn't get like chicken or anything at this point, but I did get fish. They had like tilapia or something, like breaded tilapia or something like that, and that was good. Oh, and I got some shrimp. So nice. I had like bread and seafood when I first came through, and then later I went back and I got some ham and turkey, not from the guy who was cutting the turkey, but like a slice of turkey.
Yeah. That's crazy. That woman was like, I don't want this piece. I don't want this piece. No, it's like, well, too bad. You have like 30 people in line. Pick a piece.
It was like, what do you want? Like, I don't understand.
It's like,
why you're even here.
Eat a piece that you don't really like, and then come back because the turkey's going to keep on coming out.
And again, it's a buffet.
Exactly.
One thing that I do want to, and I don't know if they do. I'm gonna guess they don't. But like, when stores and restaurants like that are super busy for like Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever, I believe the employees should get extra pay for dealing with extra bullshit. I don't think they do. I think they probably still just get their hourly wage.
Right.
And I guess their incentive is tips, maybe. But come on, man! Like they should get there because. When we got there, they're dealing with like us coming in. Of course, they're dealing with people that are already there. They're dealing with people coming for like, orders they made online. There's people coming. Oh, I got a DoorDash pickup I got an Uber Eats pickup for. And it's poor. It's like 2 people at registers, and one of them's like going through. They have like a pile of receipts on their desk. They're going through all of them. They're like, I can't find the person, and I'm like, oh my god, I feel so bad for you, but like, Jesus. So
that's one of the reasons why I will never, ever, 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 ever work in any food chain. Fast food, restaurant, nothing.
You could almost turn that into like a remix. Eva. That's right. But you did work at Golden Corral, right? And didn't you?
No, sorry.
No, sorry. Cracker Barrel.
I worked at Cracker Barrel and I worked at Burger King.
I was going to say Burger
King.
Both
also,
were
terrible.
Yeah, they're not good.
No. Oh, if I had to pick, actually, I wouldn't even pick both of them. Or anything. They both sucked. Cracker Barrel, I think I worked there. It was more doable than Burger King because at Burger King they put me on the register, and I will quote what my manager said at the time, or what my supervisor said at the time: the busiest time of the year.
Oh, good.
With no she said like it's on the job training.
Oh yeah.
So sure. I'm at the cash register, or like at the drive-through, and I have no idea how to work this touch screen. All the different things you got, like if you want to add, a meal to another meal, you got to. It's just this insane thing. I had a customer come by. It was this gigantic work van, and literally the receipt was almost as tall as me, and I'm 6'1". Just 15 number ones. With ketchup and no mayonnaise, just all sorts of all the drinks, ice cream cones, chocolate, just everything on the menu in like different 15 burger meals with no ketchup. I had to call my supervisor. I was like, hey, listen, you need to take over now because I don't know what I'm doing, and it was kind of weird. Like in the kitchen, they had like a megaphone to where everyone could hear what the people were ordering outside.
Oh God!
So they're like, "Oh, do this, do that," and I'm like, "Okay, I'm trying." What the f are you doing, man? You don't know how long have you been working here, man? I'm like, do not make me come out there and just throat punch you. Every one of you.
For some reason. Food is one of the most stressful.
Gosh.
Because the people are just assholes so much of the time.
They really are. And there's no need for it.
No, I don't.
There's no need for you to be an a-hole.
And I don't get it.
Yeah.
Also, why would you be rude to the person who's serving you food? I
could do a lot of stuff to your food, folks.
That's how you get. That's how you get the treatment of what happened in Waiting.
That's disgusting. That's like. Ugh.
Yeah.
Gosh. Yeah.
But anyway, moving on. So then later. Oh, and then we had dessert, of course.
Right.
My dad got like 3 plates of dessert, I think.
Dang.
Yeah.
Plates?
Yeah.
Damn.
I got 1.
So what plates of dessert did he get?
It was like a cosmic brownie, a couple different pies, like slices of pie, and a thing of ice cream.
And all this was on just one plate?
No, ice cream was in a bowl. And then there was they had carrot cake. That was on a plate. Some cookies. Like a little stack of cookies.
Oh God!
There was a lot of. I mean, look.
Hey, listen. You go all out.
It's Thanksgiving. It's a buffet.
That's right.
But she even said she was like, I don't even know where you put all of it.
Right.
Because it's like, where does it? Because my dad's not skinny.
No, he's a big boy.
He's a big guy. But he's
how tall is your dad?
6'2", I want to say.
Yeah.
You're 6'1", right?
I am.
Yeah, he's 6'2".
No.
But it does. You see it, and it's like, where does it go? Cause
it's funny you say that, or funny you ask that, because there is actually a tip, like a thing you can do to make more room. So once you've eaten your amount that you can take, you take a massive breath. Hold it for a couple minutes, or not minutes. Hold it for a couple seconds, and you breathe out,
right?
And all that stuff gets pushed down. So that way, you're getting more. Because I've done that before. Like, I've eaten, like, my whatever excess amount. I've literally done that.
That's crazy.
And I ate, like a few more plates of whatever food or dessert I was having. Yeah. But then you will regret it in the morning, because, yeah.
You know, I know people say you look like Shane Gillis. But I think you also look like, and you eat like, when you say that kind of thing, you eat like a linebacker.
Really?
Yeah. Like when you, like no, let me be clear. Like that tactic you just gave,
right?
That sounds to me like something someone would say, like, you know, when you're really trying to, you know, get your protein in, you know, you gotta, and then
hold it, and then
and you know, and then you can get more protein,
right?
You know, like some kind of like buff Jim Bro or something. Yeah. Like, that's crazy. Me, I believe when you're full, that's the sign your body's telling you, don't give me any more.
No.
That's actually part of the reason why in America we struggle so much with obesity, because we're taught clean your plate. Many other cultures are taught, like, when you're full, stop fucking eating. I was going somewhere with that. So so my, like, you know, I had gotten like 2 cosmic brownies. Or, you know, the equivalent, you know. A couple different slices of pie.
Right.
I don't think I got any cookies. I grabbed some dessert while I was waiting in line, too, because we went past the dessert. But, you know, I got a few things. Oh, they had these red velvet and pumpkin pie, like 2 different ones. These red velvet, like, donut holes and pumpkin pie donut holes. Those were good. And so I had like all these, and I had like little bites of like each thing.
Right.
There was like this like blackberry cobbler. There was this blueberry pie, apple pie. Did not have it a la mode though. All these different things, you know. And I just had like a few bites, and then I was ready to leave.
Yeah.
And you know, and they were like, "Are you done? Like, you know, it's buffets. You know, eat. You don't have to be in a rush." I'm like, I'm not in a rush at all. I'm just, because I paced myself.
Right.
Too. Like, my dad would like go through 1 plate, up and get, well, actually he got 2 plates, up and get 2 more, come back. I don't know how many servings of everything he had, but me, I would like come eat 1 plate, sit there for like probably 5-10 minutes after. I'm like, it's Thanksgiving. They're not going to kick us out. It's a buffet.
Right.
We got there at like 1, like it was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is supposed to be dinner. If we get home at like 6 or whatever, it's okay.
Right.
I don't pace myself and not, because what I've done in the past, especially for things like Thanksgiving, is you gorge yourself.
Right.
You have too much and you just, you know, it's not good. So, yeah, I you know, paced myself, and I think that's very good. Didn't have any alcohol. I know there were a few people, like a buddy of mine came back the next day and he was like pretty hungover. He even said like he struggled to get up. But, you know, what was. I had a short day at work afterwards, which I was, or the next day, like Friday, which I was grateful for. But after that, we went and, so, after the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade on MSNBC, they have this, like, dog show. You know those ones where, like, oh, this breed is from Belgium, and it's, you know, whatever. Right. And they, like, rate them or whatever, and they, like, prance them around and all that shit.
Yeah, they do, like, different, like, tricks and whatever.
Yeah, so you
guys watch that?
Watch that.
Really?
And,
man.
First of all, I didn't know there were so many different dog breeds. I didn't care.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, there's
But they were like, here's the poodle, and here's the French poodle, and here's this poodle,
Maltese poodle,
and I'm like, oh my fucking god! Why are they not all just poodle?
And then you gotta realize the breed combinations. You know, like the Huskies mixed with Dobermans. Yeah, dude, it's nuts.
Well, what's interesting though about dog breeds is, and it's probably true for all animal breeds. Breeds are like families. So, when you have purebred, like, oh, this is a purebred golden retriever, collie, golden retriever, whatever. That means their parents were brother and sister. incest. Incest is how you continue purebreds. Mutts are actually much better than purebreds.
And like mutts and like all animals that are like considered mutts, they have the least health problems.
Yeah, because they're not fucking inbred.
Yeah. Jeez.
But it was crazy. There was because most of the time they literally just like pat them, prance, and like walk over to an area, and they walk them back, and then they do that for like each breed of the category, because there was like hunting dog, toy dog category,
fashion show
saggy dogs, whatever they bloodhounds or hound dogs, whatever they're called, all this different shit, and then they're like, okay, and then they don't comment on them or anything. Well, they do some kind of commentary. And it's almost like a golf tournament. With like, oh yeah, and this breed was, and it's like, oh my god. And then
look the fur on that breed.
And then when it's over with no explanation, they're just like, can we have whatever the dog's name and breed is? And this is our first place winner. I'm like, on what grounds?
Yeah.
Like what were they being judged on? Like I don't know.
Probably behavior, how good they are, like how well they're trained. But how good they look. Like show dogs.
Yes.
They gotta look all silky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's boring.
Yeah, 100%.
I saw one dog show literally for like 30 seconds. I was like, nah.
Yeah,
this is completely boring.
I didn't need to see the whole thing, but they were, let's watch the dog show. I'm like, oh my god. All right. I was kind of like on my phones, like, for most of
it. You glancing up every now and then, but you could have taken a Thanksgiving nap.
I could have taken a Thanksgiving
nap. You could have.
But there was one moment, for like 2 minutes, where they had these more like kind of action dogs come out.
Right.
And actually like run through an obstacle course. That was kind of cool. Yeah. And it was funny because it was like they would try to get them to chase a toy. And there was one dog that like fucking went through the obstacle course like it was nothing. But then there were like two where they were, of course, more interested in the toy than they were. So like one of them like grabbed the toy and like didn't care about the obstacle course. So like everyone's laughing and stuff. And they had some like famous athlete apparently like host that portion of it or whatever.
Okay.
But
dog shows are extremely boring.
That part was cool, but everything else is just like, oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's they had like a lineup of like 50 dogs, and then they're like going through a camera, and they're like, and here's the golden retriever, and here's the brown retriever.
I know.
And I'm like, oh my fucking god.
It's like, oh.
Here's the collie, and here's the border collie, and here's the Sheltie collie border collie mix with, oh my gosh, what are we fucking doing? Like,
the last contestant is a Chihuahua.
No, a Chihuahua was one of them. Mm-hmm. But there are different types of Chihuahuas, so of course we have
long-haired Chihuahua, short-haired Chihuahua.
Oh my god, and some of the ways that they like groom these dogs and stuff, the way they have their hair and stuff, like, I'm sorry.
I'm surprised it's not like a legitimate sport.
I'm surprised it's not abuse. Some of the ways they have these guys like shaved and stuff, I'm like, that is so unnatural for that. Like, that's not how that dog is supposed to be. This is wrong, you know? And then they did this thing where, like, this one person, they did some such, like, cringy little, not scissor reels, not B-reels, but, bumpers. Where they, God, one of them was like, oh yeah, like, these dogs are, I don't know, they said something about, like, Swifties. And then they had like a Taylor Swift song related pun for everything. Like, I don't know, it was something where like, well, this dog and that are never ever getting back together. And then they would be like, oh yeah, it was like just got a bath or something. Oh yeah, shake it off. Like, oh my god,
that's right.
Like, fucking
yeah,
it was awful. And then there was this one person who was like some stylist or whatever, and she was like, well, we're taking such and such to pick out like what she likes, and then they're like, oh yeah, like go wild girl, and like they pick like this like studded blue collar or whatever, like oh yeah, that's so you. It's like, oh my god. They don't care, they're animals, they don't care about this shit.
No.
Like I don't know, it's fucking, I don't know, yeah, it's fucking stupid. If you enjoy that shit, more power to you, but whatever. Oh yeah, then they have these like decrepit judges come out where they're like, here, such and such who was the I don't know, fucking has been judging for like 74 years, and I'm like, oh my god, where do these?
I wonder how much they get paid.
Too much.
Really?
Oh, I'm sure that because the dog show shit is like a holdover from like the aristocracy, where like the reason we have so many different like breeds and shit is because essentially rich people were fucking bored in like the 1800s, 1700s maybe, no 1800s probably, like 1800s, early 1900s, and they were like, let's just make different dogs fuck and see what happens. You know, different breeds fuck and just see what happens. And then we're gonna like show off our different dogs and like it's so, I don't know, man. It is definitely something where it's like only some rich assholes with nothing to do with their lives, way too much fucking time on their hands, could come up with something so fucking droll as dog shows.
Well,
like it's.
Tell us how you feel.
I think I did. I think I'm good.
No.
But I wanted to move on to something else and point out, first of all, the way you talk about your niece is really cute.
Oh, she's adorable.
Yeah, but the bond you have with her and how much you care for her, the way you talk about her. To me, it's a sign that you like would make a good father.
Oh yeah, I want to say I think the idea started forming inside my wee little brain. I think when I was around, like 13, maybe 14. Sure. I was like I really want kids. Like I really want to be a dad. You know? I think I'm gonna be a pretty good dad.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think a lot of women would definitely see it as a green flag for you as a potential partner when it comes to how you are with kids and how you care about your niece and stuff like that.
Right.
Like I've told you before, but like you I don't know if you still have it, but you had like a picture of your niece as your lock screen. I think that would a lot of women would really like that. They'd be like, oh, the first thing probably, oh, is that your kid? And you'd be like, no, that's my niece. Like, yeah. But, you know, I love her. Oh my god, that's so sweet. You know, they're thinking, you know, like potential father of my children. You know, and on that note. Like, that's a green flag. But there has been this conversation, we'll say, that's been happening for the last couple weeks, I think. It all came from this Vogue article where they asked the question, is having a boyfriend embarrassing now? And I think a lot of people, first of all, they just looked at like the title, and they got really offended, and they're like, well, no, of course it's not, or yeah, of course it is, or whatever. First of all, I remember when I first told you about it, like you thought it was like you were like offended by the question, and a lot of people were when they first heard about it, because you know,
I think I was. Not really offended. I was just like surprised. Like that's a question.
Well, yeah, but you had asked like
why
does it need to be asked?
Yeah, like does it need? I don't know. Yeah, what if it's if you? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, well, I think it's worth examining those kind of things because I think ultimately what you find is that
I feel like that shouldn't be a question to be asked.
Well, I mean, I think the same question can be asked of, is it embarrassing to have is having a girlfriend embarrassing? And I think the answer in both cases, ultimately, is depending on kind of who's viewing you in that relationship, yes. Because, you know, I love it. I think it's so fucking cute. And I see it with couples all the time, and I can't wait to have that again myself. Mm-hmm. But you know, when couples are like really lovey-dovey and people are like, get a room, you two. Shit like that. I love that stuff. I love seeing couples just be all cute together and like, you know, do the stupid little cringy cute things. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about, right? Mm-hmm. I love that shit. And yes, that is embarrassing. But who gives a fuck? Like, someone like me, I look at that and I'm like, that's fucking adorable. But other people look at that and they're like, oh god, you're so fucking cringe. Like, shut up.
It's like, you're just jealous.
Yeah, let them enjoy let them enjoy each other. Let them enjoy this, like, beautiful relationship they have with each other.
Right.
But I think the reason that having a boyfriend specifically might be embarrassing, to the, like, online culture, if you will, is that, and you and I watched a video, like, to kind of prepare for this a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I think it's two things. We've had this era for the past, like, 10, 15 years, probably only 10 years or so, of, 10, 15, I guess I'd say, so somewhere around there, of this, like, girl boss movement.
Unfortunately.
I don't need no man, like, all this kind of shit, right?
Unfortunately.
And you have women who have, like, online garnered an audience mm-hmm. of women that they themselves are often lonely and single. And when I say that, I want to be clear. Not everybody who is single is necessarily lonely. There are plenty of people who are single that enjoy being single. I don't think I'm one of them. I'm trying to learn to enjoy being single because I think in order to like be able to be in a healthy relationship for yourself, you need to be comfortable with being single.
Yeah.
I'm working on that.
Yeah.
But there are people who've cultivated this audience of, oh, I'm a girl boss, like all this stuff, whatever. So that to like post a picture of their boyfriend or their husband or whatever, or probably more likely their boyfriend, or talk about him or whatever, to those women that are like, oh my god, you're a queen, you don't need no man, like, you know, all that kind of, look at all they're like a businesswoman or whatever, you know, some shit. And then they find out, oh, you do have a man. Oh, you care about him. You love him. You're like gushing over him. Like, oh, that's so embarrassing. Right? It's embarrassing to people because they built that brand. Mm. And the other type, I guess you could say, of women that it tends to be embarrassing for is women who have like an army of simps. Mm. Like their entire fan base is just simps. You know, it happens all the time where like a woman will like hide that she's in a relationship from her fan base because she knows if she doesn't, they're gonna fucking like stop watching her stream or do whatever she's doing, you know? Mm-hmm. We saw an example of this with Brett Cooper, for example. When she got married, a lot of the fans like left. Now granted, since she left the Daily Wire and made her own thing, she's bigger than ever, which like good for her. But she's an example of that. Right. And I think like Pokimane, Cinna, like a few like female streamers in the God, I just used the word female unironically. It feels so weird.
What, the word female?
Yeah, because it's such like a red pill, like.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like you're a female. You're a woman.
No, but like, so, and I didn't use it derogatory, but a lot of like the like dude bro, like red pill kind of people will refer to women as females in like a derogatory way, like almost I don't want to say, well, yeah, I'd say dehumanize, like a dehumanizing, like like those like men and females, for example, not like men and women, men and females. Mm-hmm. Like you're just a female, or like these females don't know, you know, stuff like that, yeah, right? Males and females. Yeah. But it's not males and it's men and females. It's a.
But yeah, confusing.
Well,
male and female.
Yes, but they're not saying male and female. They're saying men and female.
Gotcha.
So, like, men are men. Men are people.
Right.
But females are just females. Like, they're not people like men are. They're like another category. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They almost view them as like a separate species or something. And again, like in a derogatory way. But anyway, so it's so funny to me, like talking about this stuff with you, how because like our buddy Logan is familiar. And sometimes he calls women like themes and stuff, which, you know, whatever. I know he doesn't mean it in a derogatory way, but like I know where that comes from, and he does too. But like it's funny sometimes how like you talk about this stuff and you don't know like a lot of this like terminology and stuff. But I get it. You're not like chronically. Well, you're chronically on TikTok. I'm chronically on YouTube.
Yeah, but TikTok satiates my ADHD big time.
Does it?
Oh, big time.
Okay.
There's probably a way to view, but if I went on to my phone and found out like what apps I use most, probably.
Do you not get a screen time report every day?
No.
Oh.
No.
Maybe, okay, because my iPhone does that all the time. It's always like, you spent like 27 hours, no, not 20, like 13 hours on YouTube. I'm like, buddy. Yeah, that's probably accurate.
But, yeah, I mean.
No, 17, I think, like 17 hours on YouTube. I'm like, yeah, it's probably accurate. But yeah, God, where was I going with this? Anyway, but yeah, so like, basically, like, a lot of people are viewing women, like, posting their boyfriend or whatever as a humiliation ritual of sorts. Where, you know, because, again, when you have these girls, especially when they're on the girl boss or whatever, and, like, so, kind of like what I was saying about, like, being single, you want to, like, be happy with yourself before you can be happy in a relationship. A lot of people view it as if a woman, like, shares an image or whatever of her with her boyfriend, they view it as, like, they are centering the man, like, making the man their, like, purpose in life kind of thing. And there,
that's weird, yeah.
And there are people who have done that. You know, I mean, I'm sure you remember, like, growing up at, like, high school and early out of high school and stuff, you know, girls always wanted to be, like, Facebook official and stuff like that, right? Right. So, probably just aging ourselves. Just talking about that. But, yeah, so, you know, there used to be, like, things like that were a big deal. But now, a lot of people want to, like, hold that stuff and not share that, it seems, like, with the public or with their audience and stuff. And to an extent, I get it, as far as, like, wanting to, like, protect your partner or something like that. Because there are people, like, Austin Knight from Water Parks, they put out a song recently called If Lyrics Were Confidential. And in it, one of the things he talks about is, he says, my girl feels like a side chick because we gotta keep it private. And he's basically saying because, like, if I post about her, you fucking freaks are gonna, like, look up stuff about her and find out who she is, where she works, where she lives, because you're fucking crazy internet stalkers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can post about her,
right?
Well,
you can post about people, like, vaguely, but, I mean, like, posting a picture, there are creepy people who will, like, look at the background of, like, where you are and all that stuff, and, like, figure out where you are and everything. And I don't know if you know this, but, like, Instagram, for example, and Snapchat, well, Snapchat always does, but Instagram will show, like, exactly where you are. Like, there's a map function for Instagram.
Is there really?
Yeah, and you can see where people are when they're like where an image was taken, where they posted something, or maybe even where they currently are if they have their location on at the time. You can find out exactly where they are on the map. like you would with Google Maps. Like you'd find an address or something. I don't remember where it is. I think I turned mine off. But not that I ever use my Instagram. But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, so with all that in mind, I guess what I would say is like, I think there's a certain level of embarrassment and quote cringeness to like acknowledging that you're like in love and unguarded with somebody that you're like infatuated with. You really love them and everything.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. It's like
right.
It's like you're supposed to be happy,
right?
So,
but I would agree. There's like a certain level of like embarrassment, I guess, or let me say, there's a certain level of it is embarrassing because people will look at that, especially jaded people will be like, "Oh God, that's so cringe" or whatever. But it's like they're fucking in love. Let them be. Yeah. Let them be happy.
Well, it's like all these people can be, they can think it's cringe all they want and all that stuff.
I think part of it too is
but it's like you and her as a couple, like you guys shouldn't care, like
100%.
It's like, okay, you guys can be miserable all you want.
Yes, yeah,
but we'll be happy. Oh well,
right.
Blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, you probably live in your mother's basement at age 45.
Yeah, and I
probably
actually
375 pounds.
Well, it's funny you say that because there's this guy called The Quartering who basically does, not at his mother's, but his like his basement in his house. He basically does live in his basement, and apparently he has a wife. But I'm like, I don't know.
Jeez.
But okay, so you'll have things like Selena Gomez, for example. She just recently got married, and people have been, not too kind about her husband, especially the way that he looks. Huh?
Benny Blanco.
Is that his name? Okay. Benny White?
Blanco.
Yeah, but Blanco is white in Spanish.
Oh, sure.
Or Blanco. No, Blanco's a Street Fighter character. Yeah, Blanco, I'm pretty sure, is white. Anyway, regardless. But he's, people have been like, oh, he doesn't look that great, Selena could do better, like stuff like that. And it's like, you don't fucking know their relationship. You don't know how they are with each other. Like, you see all the time where people, if there's a level of, and this is probably part of it, if there's a level of like seemingly unequal attractiveness between the partners, people will be like, oh my God, he could do so much better, or she could do so much better, or whatever. Like, all kind of things like that. And it's really gross.
Right.
It's like, and like, obviously looks are very important in a relationship, especially getting your foot in the door. But there's so much more to it than that.
Yeah.
So you can look at it and be like, oh my God, well, why would they be with them? You don't know. Because they probably have like an amazing relationship with a lot of love for each other. But what's interesting, and I totally agree with what you said with like basically like, yeah, they're in love, like let them be, you're probably like sad and alone. There's a version of this that has happened a lot, and I haven't seen people talking about this much, but there's a version of this that has happened for a long time before it's happened with women, that has happened with men, where, and it still happens, it's not so much that concept as far as like making your relationship public or whatever that is embarrassing, but it's more being like a wife guy, they call it.
Wife guy?
Yeah.
What's a wife guy?
I thought you said you were a wife guy. Or like you've seen like the trend or whatever and like you want to be a wife. Basically it just means you have. You just haven't said wife guy. Like being a simp for your wife.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'll definitely be a simp for my wife.
Right. So there have been a lot of mainly guys who, even before like social media was a thing, the term was whipped. Like,
yeah, you just
yeah.
You whipped, boy.
Oh, you want to stay in with your girl rather than go out with the boy? Like
yeah.
And it's like, Yeah, and
like, of course, yeah.
You know, or like you want to go shopping with your girlfriend. Whipped. It's like, bro.
Yeah. I'll say that again.
It's like, do I want to go shopping and see my beautiful girlfriend try on like sexy outfits and stuff?
Right. Beautiful dresses, whatever.
I think I do. Yeah, I think I would enjoy that.
Fellas, let's hang out next weekend. Yeah. This weekend or whatever day.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm spending time with my wife or my girlfriend.
And obviously, and you know, we're both currently single, mind you, but obviously you want to, you know, you want to have time apart from your partner, where you're not like, you know, like attached to each other all the time. You want to have space and all that. But it's like, yeah, like I enjoy spending time with my girlfriend or my wife, you know.
Unless you and your girlfriend or wife really, really love each other and you guys want to be with each other all the time. There are couples like that.
I mean, I think that's really cute. And I am like more of like a clingy kind of guy as far as like I just enjoy like being with whoever I'm dating pretty much all the time.
As you should.
Well,
you should be happy to spend time with her, as you should.
Yes, but I do think for most people, there is still a level of like, you know, apartness that you can have from each other. You don't need to like be attached like all the time because, you know, they say absence makes the heart grow fonder. If you're literally together all the time, it can lead to some issues. I think it's beautiful to be together all the time, but in reality, it just seems to be that kind of thing ends up hurting more than it does helping in the long run.
Interesting.
Yeah. But what I will say with that is, yeah, people have the whole like, you know, whipped thing and stuff like that for like guys that just want to like spend time with their girlfriend or their wife or whatever, and it's like, bro, I'm the one that's like in a loving relationship, and like I'm the one getting pussy while you're fucking like stuck using your hand or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, who cares? Like, why do you? Because that's the thing I never understood is like, why do you care like what the other guys think? You know what I mean? Like, you're the one that's, you know, you're in this relationship where you guys love each other.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
Well, like, you know, if I was dating somebody and, you know, some guy or whoever comes up to me like, hey man, like, you know, your girlfriend or your wife or whoever is kind of ugly. I'm like, and?
Yeah.
Like, okay. Like, no, she's not, but okay.
Yeah.
Sure. I have somebody and you're miserably single and you're probably sad.
Right.
Well, hey, right? Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah.
So go find somebody.
Well, and the thing about, you know, the thing about that too is that, like, you know, for one, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But the other thing is, like, when you develop feelings for someone, you really like care about them, and you know, develop this relationship together. You can, you know, start to see them in a really beautiful light. You can see them as like a very attractive person that maybe you wouldn't, you know, normally if you didn't have all that.
Yeah, it's like that thing, and it's a real thing. Where like, let's say you're like in 6th grade or 7th grade, right? Middle school, and like this girl that, you know, is let's just say how it is. This girl that's in your grade is not attractive. Like she's ugly. People are like, oh hey, you look like you'd be great with her, and you're like, no, she's ugly, yada yada. And then like years and years and years pass, or, you know, let's say after 7th grade or whatever, she you know, moves out of state, right? And then like, let's say like your freshman or like sophomore or junior year of high school, she comes back and she's just stunning. You know, obviously like just stunning in general. And you're like, wow, like that's weird. That happened to me once. Yeah, there was this girl in my middle school. Her name was Brittany, and she was, you know, she wasn't that tasteful, right? She was real big. She wasn't that good looking, and that's the thing. Like you're in middle school, like you're going through puberty, right? You're gonna not be looking your best. And then like she left for like 2 years, and then in high school, starting in high school, she moves back to finish the school year out, at our school. And I was like, I had to do a double take. I was like, whoa, hey, yo, like, and I walked up to her, I'm like, Brittany, how are you? And she's like, I'm good. How are you doing? And I was like, doing good. So you decided to come back? She's like, yeah, I didn't like my other school. Wanted to come back here and graduate with you guys. I was like, okay. And as I'm walking away to my class or whatever, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, like
Daniel.
I'm like, dang, like,
I think
shoot,
yeah,
that's insane. So yeah,
that meme that I just referenced, it's 10 years old now.
Daniel.
That was like 2015. I can't believe 2015 was 10 years ago. Next year, I will have been out of high school 10 years.
Class of 2015.
Class of 2016. Yeah. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, man.
Jesus.
Man, I was so glad I'm out of high school. Ugh, hated high school.
I remember
there were some parts of high school that I enjoyed, but overall, I did not like high school.
When I was like 22 or 23, it hit me that I was like, oh my god, I have now been out of high school longer than I've been in high school. That was a crazy thought.
Yeah.
But, one thing I'll say about that is, and I think that actually really well leads into kind of this other thing, which is, all connected, but there's this, so obviously when it comes to relationships, we all want people that we are physically, visually attracted to, right?
Right.
There is this group of, generally it seems to be men. I think there are probably some women that are this way too, but a lot of the more incel-y, black pill kind of guys will like bitch and moan and be like, oh, women just want a 6 foot, what is it? 6 foot, 6 pack, 6 inch blue eyes finance bro. I'm not sure.
Well, like 6 foot, 6 pack, like 6K or something.
No, 6 figures.
So, yeah,
6K. That's great. Well, hey, that's crazy. How's like 25K?
Oh yeah, like tall with dark hair, dark eyes, whatever, finance or whatever.
Yeah. No, well, I mean that's like blonde, blue eyes finance.
Oh yeah.
But regardless, guys are like bitch and moan and be like, oh, women only want the chads or whatever. But when you see these guys, first of all, a lot of these guys are like they're fine. They think they're my chin or my jawline or whatever. It's like, bro, chill. But the other thing is, and I get it, like I deal with a lot of insecurities myself. But the other thing is like they'll have those and they'll bitch and moan that like, women only want such and such, and then it's like, okay, what kind of girls are you into? And it's like, well, and then they'll like list all these like superficial things, big tits, big ass, shit like that, like all these different. It's like, bro, so like you want like a conventionally attractive, stereotypically hot chick, but you're not a conventionally attractive, like stereotypical hot dude.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's like you can't have that kind of double standard. It's like if you want somebody who is hot, generally speaking, you have to be hot. Like we talked about this in the first episode, that like my thing is I feel like I am not attracted to the women that I find attractive. I'm trying to become my type's type effectively.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that people get in these, these situations, these, and they build this resentment. And again, you do have it for like women too at times, where they'll be like, oh, he only wants to date like supermodels or whatever. And it's like, okay, and then like, what kind of guys do you like? And then they're like, because generally speaking, the under average guy is not necessarily, like, isn't going to be into the under-average girl. We're all into the hot person, the hot people, right? So, generally speaking, and when I say hot, I don't even necessarily mean, like, supermodel quality or whatever like that.
Mm-hmm.
We're all into people that we find physically attractive.
Yeah.
So, if you're going to complain about, like, oh, girls don't like guys, I have such a nice personality. Like, girls don't want that. Girls say they want a nice personality, but here's the thing, right? When people say, because this is, like, we do the same thing as guys, where we're like, oh, like, what do you look for in a girl? And it's the same thing where it's like, we say, like, oh, we want her to be, like, sweet and kind and, like, all these different, like, whatever, we'll list off, like, maybe, personality attributes that we like. But on top of that, or the caveat to that is, of course, we need to find them physically attractive.
Right.
And it's the same thing with and one thing I'll say about that is I think that the variance of what we find physically attractive in someone, or what it takes to make somebody for us to make us find someone physically attractive enough to date them.
Mm-hmm.
There's more variance there than we often think. There's more that we end up being okay with.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a difference between that and settling. Because I think that settling is more... Okay, I think, like, an example of, like, settling for me, or, in another situation would be, like, I don't want kids.
Mm-hmm.
It would very likely be settling if I was with someone who was like, I really want kids.
Mm-hmm.
And specifically, they were like, if we're together, we're going to have kids. And I'm like, well, I really don't want kids, but I want to be with you. That would be settling. That would be like a scarcity mindset of, well, there's not really going to be anybody else. That could be. And the thing is, like, when you're settling on those kind of things, like, it's not good for either person, because it's like, there's probably someone better for both of us out there that we are not allowing ourselves to find because we're stuck together. You know what I mean? So that... Also, I think as well, settling in that way, settling on, like, life goals or things like that, or settling too much on attraction or whatever, is what leads to, like, affairs down the line. That's how you get where people are like, they'll say, like, oh god, like, I woke up and I just don't, I just woke up and I didn't love them anymore or whatever. It's like, no, first of all, like, there was something that built up over time there.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is, like, you probably, for whatever reason, just they're not that attracted to you anymore. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, this happens all the time, especially if you have, like, say, like, a woman, like, just has a baby or whatever, and she's, like, in the gym, like, trying to, like, get her body back or whatever, or for whatever other reason, she, like, let herself go and she's trying to get her body back, and her husband has also let herself go, and he is not on that journey with her. Well, while she is increasing her attractiveness, and she is, she's making herself, like, more attractive, more sexy, all that, and she's going to start getting looks, she's definitely going to be tempted by other guys that she finds more attractive than her husband now, because her husband let himself go. And I think that a big recipe for disaster in relationships is, like, unequal attraction on that level. I don't think that's, and I do think that, like, you and your partner should, like, work to, well, I shouldn't say should, but, like, to me it's important that, like, my partner and I, for example, like, girlfriend, wife, whatever, that we, like, work to stay hot for each other, stay attractive for each other and stuff.
Yeah, you guys gotta communicate.
I'm not talking about communication. I'm talking about, like, staying, well, in my case, first getting in good shape, and then staying in good shape.
Yeah.
Staying, like, physically attractive to each other.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
How does that relate to communicating?
Like, hey, babe, I've noticed you haven't gone to the gym in a while. You need to go with me right now.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
But babe, no. We're going. Okay.
Yeah, and you know what?
So that's communication.
That's interesting. Okay, so I agree. But
look, I believe 95% of, I'd say 85% of most things need communication.
Yes, but I think you need to know how to communicate.
Well, yeah, communication.
Because I think it's very easy to have that kind of conversation turn into a fight. Like, you know, oh, you think I'm like fat and ugly now? You're gonna like whatever, right? I'm just worthless. I'm the, you know, all these different things, and it's like that's not what I said.
Yeah, but then you guys sit down, you talk about it.
But when somebody's in an emotional state like that, it's so much easier said than done. Like you want to like set the dynamic in the right way from the jump, so that, well, for one, you can have those kind of conversations. And you know, but a lot of, you know, most people don't like set that dynamic, set those boundaries in place.
And a little tough love. That's their fault.
Well, yeah, but yes, but that's the average relationship. They don't want to have those tough conversations until it gets to the point where, oh, now we're like 10 years married and like you haven't kept up with yourself at all. Maybe neither of us have, and we don't even want to look at each other anymore. Like that.
Well, then if you don't want to sit down and talk about it, guess what? Therapy. Boom.
Yeah.
Go. If you or her or whoever don't want to communicate, like that's your guys' that's you. Like that's your guys' thing. Go to therapy. Like, hey, listen, we need help.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Like that SpongeBob. Instead of imagination, it's communication. SpongeBob said it.
Yeah.
You either live by SpongeBob or you die by SpongeBob. No idea what that means, but
you die by SpongeBob.
I coined that. No one take it away from me. I coined that. Nickelodeon, if you're listening, send me money. Send me a paycheck. You know, and a good paycheck, not a stupid $5.20. Or whatever.
Do you know
what I'm talking about? Do I know?
Yeah. So
maybe.
All right. This is like going off course, but because of what you said with the paycheck thing, for an idea that you have. In the 70s, Marvel had this like, it wasn't a contest. Well, it might have been a contest, but they had this thing where basically they were trying to get ideas for like a new costume. For Spider-Man. And the one that won, or the one they really liked, whatever it was a all-black costume with a black, like, spider emblem. Sorry, with a red spider emblem, and like, red eyes and red... Well, they made the red into white, and they paid the guy, I don't know, I think a couple $100, which, especially in the 70s, was, like, a lot more than it is now.
Yeah.
But that suit, of course, is what we now know as the symbiote suit, the black suit. That suit has been used in so much stuff since even the comics, and that person has never seen any residuals for it.
That's crazy.
So what happens a lot, like you say, payment, you know, you're going to pay. I am a firm believer. I don't care what industry it is. I don't care what the thing is. If you designed something, or you acted in something, or you whatever it is, and a company is using your likeness, your creation, your whatever,
your idea,
your intellectual property, or your labor, or whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is.
They need to fucking pay you for that. I believe every artist, like, form of artistic in work, everybody should get residuals. Like, I don't know if you know this, but like a lot of voice actors, for example, they don't get residuals, which is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, you like, you know, like the cast of Avatar, for example, they don't get any fucking checks from how they did.
No.
Like, it's crazy, and like you'll have these things where like, you know, Dragon Ball or One Piece or whatever. The Simpsons. You know, they're constantly making new episodes. They have hundreds and they get replayed and stuff and reran. They don't get residuals. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, live action stuff gets residuals.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's horrific. It's like these and the way they view it, is that, well, we paid you for your time up front. It's like, okay, but like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, Johnny Gioeli of Crush 40 wrote the song. Well, him and it's only two people, but him and Jun Seo. But they wrote the song "Live and Learn" for the Sonic franchise, and that song has been used in so much material since they originally made it and were paid for it. And Johnny took them to court. I don't remember how much he was like asking for, but he basically said, he's like, yeah, like, you've been using my song for all this time. Pay up. And it wasn't
pay up, chumps.
And it wasn't even asking for it. It was only like, I don't know, 200,000 or something. Which, considering how much, first of all, how big of a company they are, and how much was used, it's like they can fucking afford that.
Yeah.
I don't remember if they won or lost or what the deal was, but like it was used in the movie, for example,
right?
The Sonic 3 movie. I think these people should get paid like all the time for this kind of stuff. But anyway, that was like a side tangent. I do have some other things that I wanted to get into, but we are a little over an hour already, so I think we can just have it be these topics really. What do you think though about the whole, like, is it embarrassing to have a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, and like, I guess like the whipped content, or not content, concept, or like, oh, I thought you were like a girl boss or whatever, like stuff like that. Like, what do you think about like these things?
I mean, I just think it's stupid, the whole, like, the whole quote-unquote argument of, is it embarrassing to have a boyfriend or girlfriend? It's like...
So you think the answer is no?
No. It's like between, the couple...
I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't, like, assume your position. Let me rephrase this. Do you think the answer is... You don't think it's embarrassing to have a boyfriend?
No.
Okay.
No. Because, first of all, like, the boyfriend and girlfriend should be happy to be in love with each other and be a couple.
Right.
And, like, if y'all are, my take is, if y'all are truly in love, like, you shouldn't care what other people have to say about your relationship. It's like, it's our relationship. Yeah, clock it. But yeah, it's like, if you're both in, loving each other in your relationship, it's like, who cares what other people think?
Yeah.
Like, they probably are just jealous, and it's just like they want to have a relationship like that, or they're just sad, sorry individuals that have nothing to do with their lives, and it's like, well, like, that's your problem. Like, sorry, a little tough love. It's like, go to the gym, shape up, look attractive, and guess what? Go out and look for a boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, It's like, stop dissing on other people's happiness. So, yeah.
I get that. I do think, because there's a level of, we don't really touch on it too much, but there's a level of people thinking that it is like reinforcing like patriarchal values or what have you to make your life like about a man or something. And I think
that's so dumb. That is so stupid.
Yeah, so I think that how do I explain this? I can understand where that mentality comes from, and if somebody does make their life like all about their partner, that isn't healthy, no matter who you are. But I think that to assume that because you've posted a picture or made like a gushing like lovey-dovey post about like your partner or whatever online, that that means you're like unhealthy or not unhealthy. That means you're like, you're like perpetuating the patriarchy, or you're whipped or whatever. You're a simp or whatever. Like, I think that is Yeah, dumb. I think that's dumb and counterproductive. I think it furthers the gender divide that we have, not even just in this country, but like all over the world.
Yeah.
And I think that it's just, I don't think it's conducive to real discussion on like, because we are such a lonely generation. Like Gen Z and late millennials, and like we're like fucking lonely,
I'm not.
No, as a generation.
Well, yeah.
But even so, okay, our like main group dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
1 out of 3 of us, 1 out of 4, 1/4 of us have a girlfriend. You, myself, and Patrick are single.
Yes.
Logan has a girlfriend.
Yes.
Back in the 90s or 2000s, hell, even just 10 years ago, that was not the norm. Right. Maybe 1 out of 4 guys, like in a friend group, wouldn't have a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 2, like half. But to have it so diametrically opposed that now we are, maybe that's not the right word, but that we are now...
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not normal.
Right.
So, I think that, like, this whole, like, oh, it's embarrassing to have a boyfriend or whatever, I think, it ultimately comes from this, like, loneliness epidemic that we're in. And I think it's a good example of the fact that, we a lot of people have been talking about, like, the male loneliness epidemic for the past, like, couple of years or so. And it's good that, like, we're talking about it. But it's not just men. Women are lonely, too. Because men and women in general are not really dating much. They're not really...
You're lonely, I'm lonely, let's get together.
Well, the only thing I'd say about that is it's not good to, like, try to, like, find love or whatever out of desperation. Out of, like, let's just be together just because we're lonely. Like, that's not healthy.
No.
You want to find people still that, have similar values and interests and you enjoy each other's company and you get along well and again you have the attraction and everything. I really think what it comes down to, this is kind of a different thing, but I guess it kind of relates when I want to talk about this anyway. I think that a big part of the reason that men especially struggle with women, including ourselves, is that men on average do not know how to be hot. I believe that women, from the time they're like little girls, are taught little by little, like how to make yourself pretty, how to wear a dress, how to do your hair, how to, when they get older, how to do your makeup, how to do all these different things. And they're taught how to appeal, we often refer to it as like the male gaze, but they're taught how to present themselves in a way that potential male suitors find attractive. Now, yes, it's true that a lot of that comes from, like patriarchal things such as like needing to have a man in order to like provide for you and stuff. Like, oh, I need to get a man to, because women couldn't like, support themselves for a long time. And yet now we're in this moment where women are able to support themselves and they don't need men, which is good. You want women to not need men, and you want men to not need women. We don't want to need each other. We want to want each other. And I think men, on average, as a conglomerate, understand and have been taught for centuries, at least, how to make themselves available and desirable to a woman that needs a man, but do not know how to make themselves desirable to women that want a man. They don't, like, we generally don't know how to appeal to the female gaze. We generally don't know, and some people talk about like the male gaze, it's just like problematic, objectifying, whatever. I think it really just comes down to like the male gaze is appealing to what men tend to find attractive in women, and the female gaze is the opposite of that, appealing to what women tend to find attractive. Because like lesbians, like assume the female gaze as well, and like gay men assume the male gaze as well. So, it's not just like a man and woman thing. But I think that in general, we need to learn how to make ourselves desirable, especially, I would say, sexually and emotionally desirable to women. Because I think that, generally speaking, we don't know how to do that. Men don't know how to present in a way that is actually desirable, how to be the object of a woman's desire. Women know how to be the object of our desires. They 100% do. But we generally don't know how to elicit that same desire in them. And we don't, some people say like, oh, the male loneliness epidemic is a skill issue. And I'd say they're right. Because we generally don't, and I include myself in this, I'm working on building it, but we generally don't have the skill set of attracting women. Mm-hmm. And I really like the phrase, like, you're never going to be able to get a relationship. You're never going to be able to get a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever. You will be able to make yourself more attractive, and because you're never going to get like a girlfriend. What you can do is attract a woman who becomes your girlfriend, and so on. And I think understanding that, like, again, especially us men, need to make ourselves more desirable, need to learn how to do that and develop the skills to do that. I think that's integral. I think that women, generally speaking, don't have to worry about that so much because they know how to make themselves desirable. They know what men want in women. I think men generally don't know what women want in men. And I think that for a long time, men have relied specifically on their wallet, what they can offer a woman financially. And now that we're in this position of women outpacing men, in a lot of young women especially outpacing young men regarding like finances, we're at a point where it's like, I don't care about your money, which is great. Like that's, so we need to find in general, like, as in men in general, need to find how to be attractive. How do we turn them on emotionally and sexually? And that's really like all it comes down to. And I think that we generally don't know how to do that, and we need to learn. And that's, if I keep going, I'm probably just going to repeat myself. So that's pretty much what I think about and that's what I'd say is like the solution to the situation. Now the question is, what are those skills? What are those things we need to learn, and how do we develop those skills? Because, like, I mean, for me, I think my biggest thing is just like getting in better shape. And I think that's a big part of it for a lot of guys. But a lot of guys also find that like they do get in shape, they get shredded, they get good looking, but they still don't know how to actually talk to women. They still don't know how to talk to women in a way that actually arouses them. No. And like that's what we gotta learn. We gotta learn how to make ourselves look good, but also how to we need to learn and develop the skills to arouse women just, again, like emotionally and sexually. Like we have to be able to tap into that like women can us, and be able to do that. And I think if we develop a more equal society where that happens, because I think a lot of it comes down to like how women are like taught to be from the time of their kids, and how men are taught to be from the time of their kids. Men are taught how to like, I mean, this, like there are guys who will not shower for like a long ass time, or guys who like won't wipe their ass after taking a shit. It's disgusting. Ugh. It's like, what the fuck? Like it's gay to like, it's your own ass. Like,
man, you gonna get one itchy butt.
You're crazy. Like,
not to mention you're gonna smell.
Yeah.
Like no amount of cologne, deodorant, no amount of, well, I mean, in the shower you should, clean everything.
Yeah.
But no amount of anything will Not even a spray-on shower. Nothing will mask that smell, and it's disgusting.
It's awful. Yeah. But there are guys who are like that, and we're generally not taught how to take care of ourselves the same way that women are. I think a world in which you'll have like girls who will like get guys like, okay, people get mad like, oh, girls can just like cut in the front of the line if they're like hot girls can just cut in front of the line at like a club or something. They just like flash their tits and like a man just like goes stupid for them and like lets them through. There is legitimately, I don't think there's any reason why men shouldn't be able to do the same thing. Why can't you or I or any other guy become so attractive that we can do the same thing to women? We can just go up and like, oh, you're hot, okay, like I'll just let you through, or like even a gay guy or whatever. There's no reason, like, because
I don't know.
We're just socialized differently. But I think if we were socialized, if men were socialized how to be attractive in that way, we'd be on the same level of girls when it comes to like, we'd be on the same level of women when it comes to like attracting partners, and because like people talk about like, oh, like girls, and of course when they say this they mean like hot girls, can just like get whoever they want. They can just like but on average, like in general, women will have an easier time like getting a date for an event, or if they just want to go out to like the bar or a club or whatever and like find someone to take home for the night, they can do that. It's generally a lot harder for guys to do that. But I really don't think that I don't think there's anything like biological that like makes women like less like emotionally or sexually interested or whatever. I think it's all societal, and I think that like because women are just as like perverted as men, just as interested emotionally and sexually in relationships with men and all those different things. So I don't know. I think the answer to this, the answer to the question of is it embarrassing? I think ultimately no, but I think that there will be people who will find it embarrassing, and I say fuck them.
And guess what? That's their problem.
Right, and I think that a big part of like how we handle this loneliness epidemic that we find ourselves in, again, ourselves included, is learn how to and develop the skills to be attractive to women on the same level that they are generally attractive to us. It's just what those skills are is, and how we develop them is the part that it's like, okay, what do we do now? But it's my take. I'm very curious as to what you guys, of course, in the comments think. Let us know how you feel about any of this, and let us know if you have any topics or anything you want us to cover or anything as well. And I know I had some other things that I was thinking of going over, but we went so into this, and I'm glad that we did, because for one, it's like a current thing that people are talking about, but it's also something that I feel like we both have like an interesting perspective on, especially given the fact that like we're both single and stuff like that.
Right.
So we look at it and we're like, we could be better. Oh yeah, it's so embarrassing, but it's like, no.
Yeah.
Like, I want that. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
yeah.
But I do think like a lot of it is also like the community that you surround yourself with. If you're a girl that surrounds yourself with either your fan base or your friends or whatever, they think it's embarrassing for you to like be in love or whatever, then fuck them. But you need better friends or a better fan base or whatever. And it's the same thing with guys, because like there are guys where like if your bros are like being shitty to you about like having a girlfriend or not having a girlfriend or whatever, like you need better friends. Because like I know on our friend group, we would never be like, oh, you're fucking whipped or whatever, right? Like that's stupid,
Yeah.
it'd be more like a, you know, oh, you know, I understand. Hope you have a good time. I know, like, you know, again, well, we, you know, our buddy Logan, we want to meet his girlfriend.
Yeah.
We have yet to do that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be when they get married. We're gonna meet her at the wedding.
So actually, I was just thinking about that. So out of us four,
yeah,
who do you think is going to be the first one to get married?
For the longest time, I thought it was going to be Patrick. And then I thought it was going to be Logan. But I don't. I mean, they talk about it, so like I'm sure I can. You know, they have pretty big things they need to resolve as far as life goals that could make it that they don't get married because they can't resolve those differences. And if that happens, maybe you'd be the first to get married. I don't know. You know, we gotta see, like, the rest of us need to be in relationships first to really be able to figure out, like, who would get married first. Because, like, I don't know if I'll ever get married. I definitely want a long-term girlfriend, but I don't know if I want to have all the, like, legal stuff involved with it. Although, like, I mean, you know, certain tax benefits and stuff would be nice. But, like, we already love each other. We're committed to each other. What do I care about a piece of paper, you know?
Well, I think some things you need to be, like, recognized by the government as a actual couple.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like power of attorney and stuff like that.
Right.
Or, like, if you're, like, in the hospital or whatever, family can see you off of
right.
But, like, if they're just your girlfriend, they're not married, then they might not be able to see you.
Yeah.
Which is such fucking bullshit, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't know. We'll see. You know, if I'm with a girl and I really love her and she's like, yeah, I want to get married, like, all right, my fucking...
I love the eye roll.
My fucking sappy romantic ass will be down on one knee fucking proposing. Like, I know, you know, I know myself. Like, you talk about being a simp for your girl, like, and there are moments where I think you can definitely, and I think kind of should simp for your girl, and she should simp for you. But there are also moments where, like, you know, you want to be on the same level with each other. You want to, like, worship them like they're, like, this magnificent person who can do no wrong, because that also puts a lot of pressure on them to be that when they're not that. So, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm sorry. You were saying, you were, like, kind of giving your wrap up.
No, it's just go into the comments and, you know, tell us what y'all think about it. You know, about the whole you know, was having a boyfriend and or girlfriend embarrassing or not. You know, and if you find it embarrassing, tell us your reasons. You know, if you want, obviously. Yeah, other than that, I hope you guys in the comments had a good Thanksgiving. If you know, are down with that and celebrate that kind of thing. And if not, then, you know, hopefully you do well. And we're getting into the season that it is the most wonderful time of the year.
It is, but we can't start. We're like almost at 2 hours now. We can't start a whole other topic.
No, but I'm just saying.
Okay,
it's something to look forward to.
Yeah, 100%. For me, tomorrow, we're recording this on the 30th of November right now. No, 29th of November. Oh, not tomorrow. Monday. December 1st. That's when Christmas starts for me. No, that's me. You know, you do you. If you do, like, right after Thanksgiving, I'm fine with that. You want to start Christmas stuff today? More power to you. Me, personally, I like to wait until December 1st, but hey, it's all good. They were decorating, like, our my department and stuff at work. The other department already has been mostly decorated, but my department started decorating really on, like, Wednesday and Friday. And it's cool. Like, I mean, it looks really good what they have up and everything. But I'm gonna bring in a decoration on Monday, and in general, you know, this is when it's when I start doing Christmas stuff. But
yeah, hopefully y'all had a good Thanksgiving, or good time eating food, family, whatever. And I just gotta say, stay fresh, Pookie. Stay fresh.